Hayes Entertainment.
This is I Only Touch Greatness podcast with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. We are going live.
Hayes Entertainment. Today's episode, we got Lukas Cormier, who's going to be an NHL top draft pick this year. And we have Oscar Plandowski, who's going to be an NHL top draft pick next year.
Couple of good Canadian kids. Let's go.
From Charlottetown.
If anyone knows a good prospect, it's Vancouver's mini Don Cherry. Let's go crazy. He only touches greatness.
Mini Don Cherry. Couple of good Canadian kids right here.
How you guys doing today?
Good.
We're just going to ask you a bunch of questions about hockey and your career and stuff. We're both big fans of yours, and we wish you guys both best of luck, obviously, in your guys' future, which you guys are going to have a huge future in hockey. So,
thank you.
So first one, any nicknames, and why do you wear your jersey number?
Just kind of like Plando or I don't know. It's either Plando or just Oscar. There's nothing crazy there. I wore 7 in Bantam hockey, and I kind of wore it all the way through midget, and then I wanted to wear 15 this year, but that got shut down pretty quick. P.O. Joseph take his number after he just left. He was the captain and all that, so just out of respect for him, I thought it'd be a better option to stick with 7.
Yeah, that's fair. And how about you, Lukas?
Yeah, my nickname's Corms with the team. Growing up, I never really had one, but when I got to Charlottetown, everyone just started calling me Corms, so that's my nickname. And for the number, it's actually I was 15 my whole life growing up, and when I got to Charlottetown, it was the same thing as Oscar. P.O. had number 15, so I had to go with another number, so I just switched it up and went 51.
Awesome. Reverse.
Do you have a favorite sports hero?
I'm not even really sure.
If we go outside of hockey, mine would probably be LeBron James, just because he's I don't know. He's just I like basketball, and he's a guy that is just, I think he's pretty cool. He's good, and he's just one of the best players to play the game. So
definitely is.
Good choice. Do you have one, Oscar?
I don't even know.
No?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. No one I can think of off the top.
Who are the biggest influences in your career?
For me, probably just like my parents. Growing up, my dad played hockey, and we're a pretty big hockey family, so I have to go with them. Just and growing up in Halifax too, it's a pretty hockey community, so that's kind of influenced me.
yeah, I think it's the same thing for me. Just my parents always bringing us to the rinks in the morning, just doing everything they can when we're young to get us to play the game that we love, and I think that's they play a big part of where we're at now.
What was the biggest jump for you guys to your league now?
For me, I went from playing U15 hockey with just players like my own age to, playing with guys 4 or 5 years older than me. So just the speed of the game, and so fast nowadays that, everyone's so much faster and stronger. As you get older, they get even better. So I think just the speed and the strength of the game was a big adjustment to make.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like playing midget hockey and moving to junior, you guys are like 4 or 5 years older, so it's a big step for just speed and strength, like any other step you take. But that one's it's bigger because it's a big age difference. So yeah, after a few games, you get kind of used to the league, and after that, it goes fine. But the first few games are a little tougher.
Yeah. And you guys both being first round picks, in the draft as well, that's a big accomplishment for both of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the draft was a really cool experience. Just the other Canadian Hockey League, the Dub and the O, they don't have the live draft, so that was a cool experience to have. And something that I don't take for granted. Definitely was fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be pretty much a good day at the draft.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. My family traveled to. It was at the Videotron in Quebec, so it was a cool stay in downtown Quebec City. It's like a cool place to be. So.
And Lucas, you went fourth overall. So were you at the draft?
Yeah. My draft was in Shawinigan. It was a cool experience just to walk on the red carpet and I had a lot of family members there, so the draft was a pretty big day, and it's a day that I'll never forget.
Do you have a favorite movie about sports?
I played a lot of golf growing up, and I always loved the movie Happy Gilmore. That's the movie that always cracks me up, and yeah, I loved that movie growing up.
Oscar?
Yeah, the movie about sports, I don't know, like Blades of Glory is funny. I love Will Ferrell, but for hockey, probably Miracle. You know, it's just kind of a classic.
If a GM or coach were to ask Lucas, what do you bring to the table, or Oscar, what do you bring to the table?
Well, just some offense from the back end. I think I can play a good two-way game with bringing like just a good first pass and some offense on the blue line, like I said.
Yeah, kind of. I guess similar to Lucas, I want to say like I'm a two-way defenseman. I like to play in the offensive zone, offense, but can still be reliable in my own end. But can make good first pass and has poise at the puck.
It's actually pretty interesting that you guys have been compared to each other a lot.
I think we play a pretty similar game. I think we have a pretty good decor in Charlottetown. I think it should be good for years to come, and yeah, we're looking forward to next year.
And who do you guys mirror your game to, like an NHL player?
You can go.
I was always saying Sam Girard. I think I watched him play for the first time when he was 16 in Halifax. I was at a tournament over there, and he played in the playoffs against Halifax, and I watched a few games, and since then I think he plays a pretty similar game to me, and the step that he was able to take in the NHL, I'd love to do the same thing. So I've been following his game a lot.
Great choice. Yeah, he's definitely an up-and-comer.
I've always liked watching Chris Letang. He's just kind of he's around my height, and I try to kind of model my game after him. He's just got so much poise with the puck, and like he's just such a creative player, and just loves to play in the offensive zone and make plays happen. So I've always liked to watch him.
You guys have any pregame meals or pregame rituals?
Nothing too crazy. I got really good billet parents in Charlottetown, so they're always, they're cooking me my pregame meals, and they're always asking me what I want. So usually I just some sort of pasta and chicken, but I don't really have a lot of rituals or anything like that. I usually drink like a coffee before the game or something like that, but nothing too crazy.
A couple coffees.
A
coffee guy.
Maybe a few coffees.
Do you play fantasy sports?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah. My billets just cook me usually chicken and rice, or sometimes chicken pasta. And then I pick up Oscar and a couple other guys, and we go to the rink.
Yeah. Do you play any fantasy sports?
Oh, I got smoked in our fantasy like this year.
Yeah, football or hockey?
Hockey. I wasn't in the football one, but I got smoked.
Yeah, we did a pool of both sports at the start of the year with our team, and it was pretty intense for like the first half, but then everyone just like stopped looking at it, and like I don't even think anyone paid or anything. It was just
I don't even know if anyone who won or
it ended up being like it didn't even finish, I think. So that was a bad turnout, but it was fun while it lasted.
Of course, it's always fun in the very beginning, and then when people start getting beat bad, then everyone gives up.
Not unless you're winning.
What was it like putting on the Maple Leaf at the U17s, Oscar?
That was awesome. My dad's from Alberta, and it was in Medhat, so I had some family there, and that was really cool. Just to wear the Maple Leaf is huge. So.
And congrats on getting named to the U18 team as well, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hey, Lucas, what was the feeling of wearing the maple leaf for you at the U17s and at the U18s where you won a silver medal?
Yeah, well, every time you get to represent your country is pretty cool. I think when you're young, you dream of wearing the maple leaf, and it's an honor. I think even getting to play with all the guys that you're used to playing against and get to know them as person, it's a cool opportunity. It was nice to get the silver medal, but it's too bad we couldn't get the goal. It was pretty. I think we played that game 10 times. We probably win 9. So yeah, it was a cool experience though.
That's how the bounces go sometimes.
Do you have a favorite musician or artist? Or
Me and Lucas are both big country fans, so
Me too.
yeah. So it was nice driving with him because we'd always have the country music on.
What's the go-to?
Yeah, usually like Luke Combs or something like that. I'm not too picky, but I like my country music.
Yeah, Luke's definitely my favorite, that's for sure. It must have been good for you, Oscar, getting traded to Charlottetown, which is way closer to home for you.
Yeah, that's something I wanted. I was committed to Quinnipiac, NCAA, and I wanted to play in the Q if I was closer to home. And Charlottetown was a great option. And when I was traded there, it was almost like it was an offer that was too hard to reject. It was just so close and such a good team to play for. So I was really happy.
Lucas, what was it like playing the Kubota Top Prospects game?
That was fun. Like I said, with the Canada experience, it's just nice to play with all the guys that are going through the same thing as you, and just get to know the guys and have fun over there. It was a cool game. Just a little bit of nerves at the start, but once it get going, it was just a cool experience overall.
And you're a top prospect for this NHL coming up draft. How are you preparing yourself?
Well, right now I did a lot of interviews during the start of quarantine, but for now I think the draft is still there's no word on when the draft's going to be, so everything kind of slowed down right now. I'm just training 5-6 times a week and playing a lot of golf, so
yeah,
that's how I'm spending my days.
You got a handicap, or how was your handicap?
It used to be pretty low. Now it's probably 6 or 7.
Oh,
I used to play tournaments growing up, so.
Oh, yeah, you're way better than me.
Oscar,
what makes a good captain?
Good captain, I think just being able to lead a team and having control of the locker room, knowing how to control people having a good time to being serious, and stepping up when it kind of matters most to lead the team. I think those are the qualities that a good captain has.
How are you preparing yourself for the draft 2021?
Well, I mean, hopefully the season gets going October 1st, like they're saying. But I think I just want to keep progressing my game and getting better every day. And it's hard to even think about that right now with not even knowing when the season's going to start. But it's obviously a goal of mine. So just kind of progressing and getting better every day.
What's your favorite road barn?
Road barn? Geez. There's some good ones in the queue. I like playing in Halifax just because I'm from here. I always get up for those games, so probably Halifax.
Lucas?
Same thing for me. It's probably Moncton just because I'm here, and when we get in Moncton, it's there's a lot of people just cheering for us because it's like hometown and stuff. So, and plus they have a new rink, so it's a cool spot to play.
Oscar, your dad being one of the best scouts out there for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Daryl, do you feel a lot of pressure that way?
No, not really. I've always grown up. He's been a scout ever since I can remember. He was with Buffalo and Pittsburgh, so I look at it as he's got so much knowledge. So obviously after games, stuff like that, I'm hearing from him what I did good, what I did bad. So he's always watching. He can give me good advice. So I'm really thankful for that.
Lukas, that shootout goal you scored, man, what a beauty. I was just checking out the highlights again today of that goal.
Against Chicoutimi?
Yes.
Yeah, that was actually one of my first games in the queue. They put me out first in the shootout, and I was nervous my first time in the shootout, and then I kind of lost the puck at the start, and then I just recovered and ended up scoring on that play. So it was a unfortunate start, but it was a good finish. We ended up winning that game too, so it was nice.
And you had a career year this year with 36 points in 44 games. That's after coming back from an injury too. What's the difference between this season and last season for you?
Well, I think this year, just second year, just a lot more confidence in my game. Just the first year, you come in as a rookie and you don't know what to expect. But the second year, you just a little bit more of a leadership role and just be more confident in your game. And the injury was unfortunate, but I think I'm 100% now, and I'm ready to go again next year.
And you too, man. You played as a 16-year-old and put up 12 points. That's pretty impressive. How do you look to build on that?
I think my jump to the queue was a little bit different, playing with guys my own age, and I switched to play defense in Bantam. So I still learning everything, the ins and outs of the game. So it was quite a learning curve for me. Being like an offensive guy, just kind of learning to play the defensive side of the game as well. So I'm just kind of looking to build on what I've learned and continue to kind of grow under a great coaching staff and try to be an impact player with their team.
Is there anyone in the league that you just hate playing against or have a pass with or just over competitive with?
No, I don't know. I have a couple, like, obviously growing up, I have a lot of buddies in the league and stuff like that. I don't really know. Sean Element on Cape Breton's pretty hard to play against. That's someone there's certain guys you have to be aware, but there's no one really. Do
you have a favorite sports franchise that you would?
Well, I obviously grew up watching the Lightning and stuff like that, so I'm a fan of them. Just kind of by default, really.
Hey, it's a good organization.
Yeah, they are.
And Lukas,
I was a fan of the Pittsburgh Penguins growing up. Since I'm young, I've always me and my friends we were always cheering for the Penguins. My dad's a Capitals fan, so there was a lot of battles going on in this house when the playoffs came around. So it was pretty fun.
And they seem to always meet every year in the finals. One of those two, they're gonna have to play each other eventually.
Yeah.
where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years?
In 5 years, I want to be in the NHL. I think that's the main goal since I'm young to play in the NHL, and I think it's within reach now. And I just won't stop till I get there. Keep working hard every day, and that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, I mean the same here. The ultimate goal is to make the NHL. Just playing pro hockey has been a dream of mine. So obviously it's exciting that it's kind of seeming closer than ever now. So. It's probably the same here.
Hey guys, we just want to thank you guys so much for coming on today, man. We really appreciate it, guys.
No, thanks for having us.
I am Lukas Cormier, and I was just on the I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Thank you.
I'm Oscar Plandowski of the Charlotte Islanders, and I was just on the I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
You guys are a bunch of good Canadian kids.
Good luck, guys. Thank you very much. We know you're going far in hockey, and we wish you guys best of luck, and we'll be fans for the rest of our lives.
Thank you.
Good Canadian kids.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.